Today I'm cooking. So I've got my ingredients here. Check out this zucchini. And, oops. So that was wonderful because I said I'm cooking and someone called in. So check out this zucchini. So I looked, what can I do with a giant zucchini? And some time ago in the distant past, in a long, far away in a distant galaxy, our ancestors used their imagination to create recipes so that we now can just go and get a recipe and find out what to do with it. You know, the garden out there is a bounty. Look at these beautiful dahlias. There's some tomatoes, lots more out there that I'm going to get. So a long time ago, they used their imagination. And how that's relevant today is we get to draw on their imagination for looking for things to cook, looking for things to do, places to go. So shamanic journeying actually uses your imagination. We drop into a theta state, and then we ask our imagination, our inner knowing, our deep inner guidance for information, for guidance. You know, a while back I was going through some bumpy times, so I kept connected to my spirit guides, because using my imagination and asking for help, how can I do this? Show me a way of grace and ease through this. And with that, and knowing that I have spiritual guides, I was able to tap into some big, deep strength so that I could cook up my life in a way that no one else would imagine. You know, your life is uniquely yours. And we use our imagination to create things around us, to create the way that we show up in the world. But we often disregard it. And in that disregarding, we also disregard our intuition. So when you combine your imagination, tapping into your deep spiritual guidance, and you activate and utilize your intuition based on what your guides have said and what they are showing you, then what you have is a life designed by spirit, divinely inspired, divinely guided, so that you know that no matter what, no matter how much you lose, and hopefully I won't go out and refind all that stuff on account of feeling the immense freedom, the immense joy of not having a lot of possessions, and also being in that place where I can be of service to others who want to leave their possessions and their pets and go somewhere. That to me is magic. I could have done the flip side. I could have been angry and annoyed and all of that things that come with when you feel like things are taken away from you. But I managed, because of using spirit guides and because of shamanic journeying, I managed to move through this with grace and ease. Sure, there was some gnashing of teeth and some crying and all of that, but I managed to move through it with grace and ease, because one of the things that happened is I got a soul retrieval. I got a number of them. And shamanic journeying and soul retrieval, because that's how I do it, I journey on your behalf to bring parts of you back that need healing, that want healing. They want to connect with you. They want to be, and this is the beautiful part about soul retrieval and shamanic journeys, is the soul parts that are missing, they want to come home. They have been gone for a while. Like maybe they were 4 years old and something traumatic happened and they left, and it happened more than once. And so they left, they went into the spirit realm, into non-ordinary reality, where they were, in my opinion, held by spirit guardians. So those guardians are there taking care of those soul parts that you're missing. So if there's something going on in your life, and there's always something going on in our life, how is it that you can feel full, that you can feel well, let me do it differently. If you're struggling anywhere in your life, there's a piece of your soul that would love to come home and help you with that. So if you're struggling, if you're feeling lost, if you're depressed and anxious, if you feel like you have post-traumatic stress, a soul retrieval is really a beautiful idea of bringing those soul parts back, healing what needs to be healed. And guess what? The beautiful part, and this I was listening to Drew Barrymore's show this morning. So let's have a sip. Oh man. So I've been without coffee now for, I think, 5 days. And today I went, I'm going to go and test it out, because sometimes it doesn't agree with me. And I would go against my body and I would say, well, too bad, I'm having it anyway. But my body is feeling like, let's give it a go again. So first cup in 5 days. Yummy. Now, going back to your imagination for just a second, somebody in their imagination conjured up the idea of picking these berries, roasting them, grinding them, and then making it into a beverage. So our imagination is boundless. It's endless. Hey, Pam, nice to see you. Congratulations on your beautiful life. So our imagination created everything from the idea that we need to build square or rectangular houses. They all used to be circular before that, to dishwashers, washing machines, fridges. Everything that exists was once an idea that became a thought, that someone took action on, that became a habit, and then they did it over and over and over again until it's ingrained, that belief. Now we all believe we need dishwashers, we all believe we need luxurious places to live, and so your imagination is your best friend. So back to the Drew Barrymore show. This morning she was interviewing someone. They were having a chat, and what he said was really profound to me. He said, you are your responsibility. So take that in for a moment. You are your responsibility. Your parents grew you up in a certain style, a certain way. But once that's done, you're responsible for taking care of yourself, for loving on yourself. You don't always like yourself. I mean, I do things every once in a while that I don't appreciate, but I do love myself. So it happens that we use our imagination to fulfill our dreams. So what are your dreams? What are your hopes, your aspirations? And right now in America, this is a really good time for us to really dig deep. Think about our non-negotiables. You know, this is all part of my course. Non-negotiables. What's your bottom line? What are your values? Not your neighbor's values, not your best friend's values, not your dog, not your cat, none of them. What are your values? And ladies, I'm talking to you. Are you standing up for your values? Because if you don't know what you believe in, if you don't know what your non-negotiables are, then you don't stand up for what they are, then you'll stand for anything. And it's time, I believe, for us to really get to know ourselves. So join me for Shamanic Journeys, where it's a deep dive into you. How do you love your life to be? How can you create an even better life for yourself? And as you do that, people around you are going to go, oh, I want what she's having. And so be open, cook up something magical for yourself today and share it. And use your imagination wherever possible. We've been trained to disregard it, just like our intuition. But what us women know, and men as well now, we're all learning to use our imagination to deepen our intuition and follow that guidance. Because it is where It's where you're going to find joy and bliss and prosperity and fulfill your dreams, heal your old wounds, and share more of your joy. So tap into your imagination. Now, let's give away some love so we can get some. So energize your hands. Place your hands on your heart. Take a nice deep breath. Roll your shoulders around and down and drop them away from your ears. And here's what we say: I open fully and freely to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for me. One more time. I open fully to give it away, give it away, give it away. Accept big old bowls with your hands and embrace, put it in your heart, all the good the universe has for me. One last time. I open fully and freely to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for me. Namaste, aho, bliss, and in case no one has told you so far today, you are amazing. If you're watching the replay, thank you and blessings on you. So one last thing. I'm offering a course, a 6-week course in Craft Your Dream Life with the Magic of Shamanic Journeys. The only avenue in is through a conversation with me. It's not just a sign up, show up, because I want to make sure that what is on your heart is going to be brought forward in those 6 weeks using your imagination, your intuition, tapping deeply into your spiritual guidance. So have a fabulous day. It's a little bit drizzly here. Back to cooking. All right. Love ya. See ya. Bye.